And I am back. I think I ended the last stream saying I'll be back in an hour. It's been more than an hour because I was lying in bed for the last, I think, 36 hours or something, with the cold has gotten worse, which I alluded to. Yeah, so I rested a little bit. So I didn't actually code since the last time. Where was I? Oh, I is not a word because it's less than, it's only one character. So, I mean, it is a word, I guess, in English. Unfortunately, which is annoying. German, I don't think. I mean, I'm pretty sure we do not have a one-letter word. So it does work without having one-letter words. Do we? No, wait. No, we don't. If I look at the keyboard, there's no P or G or B. No, there's not. So you don't need one-letter words. And let's just say one letter is not a word. Okay, what I want here is to transform this into a DMP, which is basically a header 1, I guess. And I think I was... oh no, I wanted to make a linkage first. Oh yeah, that's true, that's right. Yeah, IR link found. Where was I? And I guess I split it. Can't split. That is correct, thank you. And then we try const link, and this should be depends on the length, I guess. That's something that always bothered me a little bit. Yes, right? No, not -1, by the way. It should be 0. The first one, I mean, that's... No. It's... Oh, wait, no, it's also... Oh, by the way. No, it's the other way around. It's the last one is always... That's by the way. Switch dot... No, not -1. It depends. No, it's always the last. We just do a not very elegant. No, if it's 2. No, let's say it's 3. It should be. Then we have. Yeah, I think that's true. Dot. No, I think this looks a little better, dude. Else if. Then we do, oh wait, first of all, let us do let link equals this, and we remove this. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Does this even work, by the way? Is it if it's unsplittable? Oh no, wait. What if we do not have this in here? Now we will see. I guess it will throw. Pretty sure it will, which is weird, but okay. So then we have this, and then we just set the current. Then I think we just no current. Yeah, and here, let's just do a little sanity check. Yeah, split is not. Ah, jeez. Wait, cannot be probably undefined. Split. Why is it undefined? I thought it was. No, what? I still think we get the error mistake that we. Oh no, it's. Okay, it does have a slash at the beginning anyway, okay. Indo.current is undefined. Why? Why is it undefined? I think it's because it starts with, but that's still weird. That is still weird. So first, let's console log the splitted. I thought it would split into an array, right? No? Okay. The splitted. It has, for some reason it has weird. Okay, so it's always, it ends with, it's because it starts and ends with a slash. Oh, that's fine, I guess. So we just bump it up, but it still doesn't explain Wait, B is even, no, I think it's fine. Still doesn't explain why it doesn't give us, well, it gives us undefined of that. Oh, it does explain it, what? No, wait. Oh yeah, because we don't. Inno.current is empty. That is weird. That's very weird. Let's refresh. What? Oh yeah, it's because of this. Okay, if it's, I guess if it's 5 or 4, is it like this? Okay, if it starts out as 2 and then 3, 4, 5, yeah. That's still undefined? Still undefined? Damn. Here, link. Undefined, undefined, okay. Okay, annoying. Okay, let's do splitted.pop, splitted.shift, I think. No, but still weird. Why doesn't this work? So the link now is undefined. Oh, it's because of this. Okay, that's the last one. And then it's this. And the current is link. The current is still undefined. Is it because do I have to do a pref? That's oh. This is also still undefined, even though y, okay, is why is this undefined? Why? Here, why is this? Oh, it's because I had a typo. Lex. That's the reason, but I still do not understand why indoor.current is undefined. Oh. Okay, here it is already undefined. And I think it's because but still, even if we do not have a current here, then what? Very annoying. Very annoying. Huh. That is current, right? Yeah, that is. What? Yeah, but there, I mean, no. But the thing is, I do it even if I do it the second time, it shouldn't be undefined. Ah, dude, this is a little condescending. This, I mean, I guess it works. I guess it has an old reference in here in the use effect, whatever. So I don't need this because it apparently works. Yeah. So now, So oh. Sorry. Let's say, oops. To a link. Const, no. Consti or function? Function, okay, doesn't matter. No. No. And this one's the link and the want. Yeah. No. And here let's Um, okay. And I guess we do it. In this, no, in the die. No, it's in the browser. Yeah. We're doing D browsers ages. Ages. Use ages. Link. It does have this. So I guess in the linkage we do a picker and the link, that's correct, and then the trail. No? The trail. Cannot reach of a length. Where? Where? Doesn't say. Weird. Where? That is okay. After I added this, but there's nothing with length in here. Huh? Oh, that is a problem. It has trail. Ah, that is a problem. I imported the wrong. Element. Okay. Okay, this is weird. Why? Why doesn't this show up, by the way? Ah, here. It is. Huh. But it disappears for some reason. Why? Why does this disappear? So it disappears. I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess I can give it a min height. Still, it doesn't. Ah. It goes down. I is so in browsers, height 20%. Okay. I think that's cabbage. Maybe this. Oh no, wait. It should be 20%. Yes. Okay. So what do I need for this to be? Do I just have to make the font size smaller? Maybe. Maybe. Butters have 18 pixels. Okay. Okay, let's do. Let's try with 12 pixels. And the thumb has 10 and the spare also has 10, I guess. Just 8. It's very small. No. Maybe with 0 pixels is the padding. No, that's. Do I have a margin? Huh. Okay, let's do this later. Let's do the linkage first. and give okay, and the link it gets from D who's no wild, I think it's in wild, yeah, d.wild.aces linkages dot indo dot current. Multiple attributes with the same name. Oh. Undefined indo. D wilds aces linkages. Did I not have it? Yeah. Oh. Why is this empty? Yeah, that's correct. No, no. And the third is the picker. Undefined. Huh. hope I have a typo, but I don't. No, just link. Link, dudes. Oh. No, that's not the problem. The problem is Hmm. Cannot. Yes, but how do I chat actually? How do I live chat? Is it like this? No. Weird. Yeah, border radius. No, maybe. Oh. Um. Why doesn't it update? Annoying. No. Wait, what? Yeah. Hmm. Mm, Okay, let's do it like this. No. Now, maybe. No. Ooh, wow, what? It keeps updating. Okay, indo.current is nothing, but not undefined. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, I'm dumb. Oh, Oh, that is. Yeah, by the way, let's also, just to make it clear, or I guess I can, or Dynage, I do have a Dynage. No, don't think I need. Oh, but I could need. But I do feel better compared to like 24 hours ago. And not even headache wasn't even a problem. It's weird. It neither was like my throat or anything, but I just felt like shit. But no, not really pain. I mean, except like slight headache. But just feeling very under the weather. And that's better. Oh. Okay. Yeah. So the system I don't. Yeah. Let's do counter element. Just have this be empty. No. Doesn't have a dying. No, does have. And here, no, I am in the dying shoes. And here I just do window. What was it? Location? Host name? Host? Is it this? This didn't do anything. Wait, how do I do this with the other? Let's do it the same thing here with the style. Why? Oh, because of this. Oh, it's because I do not in the browser. No, is dyn. Return dynet. Oops. Oh, tilt. Okay. Key one dyn. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Counter. Oh, he's trying to. Oh, I do have counters. Do I have counters? No, I don't have it, but that is very creative. I do not have that, even though. So, what's not? Ages.map. Here, it should be link tab H-dime. So it should exist. Ah, here. Oh, okay. Choose. No, first here I want the Dynage host name, maybe just the host name. Yeah, that's just the host name. That is actually correct. But let's no, I want my hyphen, the double oblique hyphen. And here, I think that looks ugly. And it's also cut out. Style. Oops. Okay. Oh, where do I use browsers? Oh, and this to have 55%. Yeah, they still have overlaps. Oh, and I want the tabs to go from left to right and not be in the center. I guess I do this here. Justify content. Yeah. Dinette. Yeah. No. I mean, I guess I can do it myself. I'm pretty sure the problem is in, no, not in Tabbage, it's in linkage. And the link, I'm pretty sure, has some margin. Yeah, the margin needs to be removed. Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, that is all right for now. So, how does it look? Yeah, that's fine. That's still enough space, I think. So now let's do a header 1 style for here. Still has slight overlaps, right? But let's just leave it. So Achi. Oh. This probably should have the same color than this, so it doesn't have too many colors, and this one as well should have the same as this. Oh. Let's do this. The cabbage should have this background color, as the link, should have this. No, still. Oh, no. Here. No? Okay. Hey, it does look different than this. Ah, it's because it's not selected. Get background color. If selected, we want this. No? Background color. If selected, no, that's why. Weird. Oh. This is different, right? Huh. Huh? Now it's... Oh, why does it have the old? It's because it saves it. Why does it have the old link? Okay, and now let's also change this color. And that is, what did I call this? Let's just check in the sin. Don't I have a sin? Sin. Now. Oh, I have a sin outside here. Okay, the age. Sites since no, it still looks as the same color. It shouldn't have. Shouldn't have the same color. Oh, it's this background here is different. But the age. Wait, what? What? Sites. Wait. It's in dsynth UI sites array. UI sites array is null. This is weird. Wait, what? Since UI sites array is null. Why is it blue? Wait. Descends UI sides ray. So it's null, but it's not null, it's blue. And it also has this. Wait. So I guess, huh? Oh, H dot style. That's a. No, wait. See, H is in descends UI dot sides dot ray. Descends, this here. UI sides dot ray. UI sides dot ray. What? Whatever. No, not whatever. I guess it takes it from the IndexedDB, which still has oh, fuck, an older object, probably. Okay, first let's just say that we H does exist already. But that doesn't do anything. That's not it. Okay, nope, that is bad. I guess we make it 20%. That doesn't change. Why? Why not? Why doesn't this change? Background color. Why is it? Come on. What? Why does it do this? Oh, that is just is it so white down there? Huh. I don't know. Where did it get the style from? Where did it get put.style? And put is UI sites put. It's the same thing here with a put, UI sites put. Oh, I get it. I understand. I'm pretty sure that is here. That's the thing. That is. So, what's the background color? I want it. How do I want it? I don't know. No, I do this later. Okay. Why is there so much margin, by the way? Because maybe do I have some max height, max width? No, max width is fine. But the height. Do I have something about the height? No, I don't. I do not. No, I don't. That's okay. So let's just do the DNP. We need the link that does not exist yet. It exists now, I think. Ah. Oh, let's do our xref again. Gonna make me forget. No, it's 4 o'clock already. Uhr. Oh no, wait, the baguettes need a little longer than the pizza. Let's do 50 minutes. So let's try to DMPC. So now we wanted to use the ref, and we do this with first we remove that. Why doesn't this do anything? Where do I? Huh? How do I want to do this? Not with the use effects. More often than not very elegant. When I enter, I guess, when I enter, oh no, maybe I do want it with checking the link. I mean, I can do just like here with the IR link, I guess. Wrong punctuation mark. Oh, fuck. That's bad. No. Come on, dude. Let's do it like this again. X.F. No, I don't think that's needed, right? Or it is needed. Ooh, do. Also, let's do it like this. No, I guess we do. Yeah. No, it's no. Wait, when it's one, I guess it's always three. Double L's. No. Right? Let's check. Let's check. X is not defined. I forgot. Let's just give this a D and A. And we are in dice, this is correct. Cannot read property of undefined aces. Why? Use DNPC 31. What? Trace aces. Oh, it's. I think I did it the wrong way around. Maybe not. No, I didn't. DMP, the D. Why? Trace aces D. Of undefined aces. Spots. Did I forget? No. That is the other that works here. Here I don't get a problem, but here I do. And that is really weird. That is really weird. Oh. I don't even get to this. I mean, I can do question mark, but I do not understand. Okay, I guess. Use contracts cannot read properties of undefined ints. Oh, it's because I need to give it this as well. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So okay, now inno.current is undefined. Why? Okay, that gives us the tab now. This does give us so now we need to check if the tab, if it's if it exists. Return true. It does exist. That is pretty positive of Copilot to just always return true. That's fine. It's even better when it doesn't exist, we make it exist. If let's also give it this, I guess, right? Or maybe we do not, we just need it in the insta. Yeah, I know. If insta current dot nest includes I guess first we need to map no actor label. Return false. Oh no, that was... Oh. Was 50 minutes already over. Okay. Be right back. Okay, let's have a small break. And watch some Gotham chess. Okay, let's just watch this because I think I already watched the news episode.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is base.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've got an absolutely amazing treat for you today. Many of you enjoy my AI chess videos where I cover games by the worst chess bots like Martin or ChatGPT up to the best chess bots like Stockfish or more recently
Okay.
I'm going to let you in on a little piece of information. Chess computers play games against each other in pairs, meaning they play a certain chess opening for a certain amount of moves and then they start to think on their own. In this game, this is the final prepared move. So now the bots are completely thinking on their own. Now, this opening was a Queen's Gambit and a Catalan. This is a Catalan system where white is trying to play bishop to g2 before playing knight f3. Completely fine, completely reasonable stuff. Black has many lines here. One of them is giving this check. Just trying to disrupt white's development. And white went bishop d2. Now here, traditionally, black will play bishop takes or go back to e7 and argue the bishop is misplaced. This is what top-level chess happens now. What happens at top-level chess now? c5. Okay? Now, some of you may wonder why this is not played. Actually, this makes developing the knight very annoying. And if you play a3, black is just going to like play knight c6 and get the knight there in the future. So bishop g2 is played, white doesn't take. Now black does this, trying to play queen takes knight c6, white goes knight f3 to take back with the knight, does exactly that, and now black plays a6, which is trying to prevent white from playing knight b5. Okay, both sides castle, and Torch plays knight c3. So right away, we're going to learn something here, right? White has a lead in development. White has a lead in development, white has more knights out, white has a very powerful bishop, and white has what is called a queen side majority. So you have more pawns on a side of the board. Now, you could argue this pawn fights for the queen side, like it's fighting for... So technically black has more central pawns, but white has the potential to advance on the queen side and put the rooks behind the pawns. And in general, you should play in chess where you are stronger and where your pieces point. Now, right now, white is pointing that way. You don't want to go here. That is like not, like you're not attacking the king, you're also not really attacking the center. So white plays this nice move, rook d1. This is such an engine move. Completely losing the pawn on c4. Just totally, utterly, just queen takes c4, free pawn. The reason it's not is the queen is going to get stuck. It's going to get very tough to get the queen out. All right? Now the queen's going to go to b4. It's going to get hit with a pawn. All right? Then it's going to get hit with a knight. Like, you're just going to have a roaring attack. So the computer plays rook d8. Ethereal goes here, safeguarding its d6 pawn. Now white plays rook c1. You'll notice it brings both rooks. Another instructive moment. Have you ever wondered in chess which rook to move to which file, right? Do you move this one here, or do you move that one there, and then wait? Like, should this go... You want to put your rooks where you think the board will open up in the future. I know that's kind of difficult to predict. But this pawn will likely take, and there's a rook and a queen, and this rook will support whatever's pressuring there. The rooks behind the pawns might not. Knight bd7. Now, Torch plays a gangster move. It's a gangster move coming up by Torch. I mean, that's scumbag territory right there. No human, I mean, in a long game, maybe a human plays c5. That move is so ridiculous. I think it's much more human to play like b4 and then put the knight there and try to play c5. I told you, play where you're stronger, but c5 is so disrespectful. I mean, you just lose the pawn. It's three things could take that pawn. You're not going to take it with the queen, because then knight d5, and again, your queen's going to have to skedaddle, and knight c7. It's a really unpleasant position. So you're not going to do that, but it's just a free pawn. You cannot take it with the knight, though, because if you take it with the knight, boom. Now you got to go back, and then I got the same discovered attack. So Ethereal has to go here. Torch gives away a pawn for seemingly nothing. not only has it given away a pawn for nothing, it's given away a pawn that now attacks a knight, and the rook is now no longer hitting the queen. So this must be like the dumbest move of all time, but it's not, because it's torch, all right? If your cousin played that move, you'd be like, you idiot, you literally pushed the pawn to a square, it could be taken 3 times. And then your cousin could go use torch and be like, well, actually, it turns out I'm a genius. I have a question. If you play the top engine move, but you did not know it was the top engine move and you just blundered a pawn, did you make the top, like, are you a genius? Or are you an idiot? I don't know. Knight a4. Torch utilizes the pin. Torch does not care that that pawn was taken. You cannot take my knight because of this. And I'm going to go b4. So if you play b6 in this position, I'm not going to go b4. I'm going to take your rook because of my bishop, because of the opening that I played. And if you play something like queen d6, unpinning yourself, I'm just going to trade. And look at this. How do you evaluate in chess who has a better position? Material, king safety. But here's something you don't know about chess. Piece activity. Piece activity is the last thing when it pertains to who has a better position. And right now, look at all of this pressure. It's white, and I didn't even do that, right? So queen b8. Torch just goes back, and Torch is relying on open d file, open c file, powerful bishop. Black has no space. Look at how restricted Black is. Black can't move the queen. Black can't move the rook. Black can't move the bishop. Black can move that rook, I guess. You can't move the knight. Can't move this knight. Can't move anything. So Black plays rook e8 because it's like the only move Black can play. Right? Slide the rook over 1 square. There's just not much Black can do. Now, Torch can take on c5. And not only can Torch take on c5, b6 is not a threat because then white goes here. So first, Torch actually prepares something. Now, what it's preparing, I don't know. I don't know. I actually have no idea. Like, is it going to go queen c1 and double up? Is it going to double up on that? h6, Black makes a useful move. Now, white apparently is improving the evaluation. Look at that, 0.4. A couple moves ago, no, it's just 0.4. Never mind, it's just 0.4. I thought it was 0.2. That was my mistake. Not going to edit it out, though, because I don't want to hide my mistakes. Now, seeing that Torch was... Oh, no, it's 0.5 for a second. It was 0.5, so slightly better position. Knight d5. Now Torch goes bang, bang, bang. So it got its pawn back. It has pressure on the position. This is how you win a slightly better position in chess. If you look at this position, White's king and Black's king are equally safe, but Black is restricted. Pieces are a bit stuck. b6 doesn't quite work, like I said, because there's knight c6 at all times. You're going to get the rook back at least. So, here, Torch goes rook c7, restricting Black's pieces. Now we trade, and we come back. And Black here is basically just on high alert. White is going to target weak pawns and weak pieces and weak squares. The way you win a winning position, or just a slightly better position, is by exploiting squares and targets. Because White has much better prospects, Black is always going to be on the back foot. So Black plays a5. a5 creates light squared weaknesses and potentially this pawn in the future. So Torch just plays a slight improving move. Slight improving move. And maybe trying to go there and hit this f7 pawn in the future. Centralizing the knight, it does not want to trade. There is a rule in chess. Bishop for knight trade might be good. Not at all times. So we try to get the knight out of there. Rook f8, trying to defend. Torch plays a4, taking space, controlling the light squares. Centralizing the queen. Always a good idea to centralize the queen. Pawn is pinned. And by the way, this was not taken, because after pawn takes, queen takes, there's actually queen e7 and Black gets activity. So instead of taking that knight, queen d4, just centralizing. Now, look at this. Slow and steady improving move. h4. Just taking a little bit of same side space. Your king does not get any weaker, because none of these pieces can actually get to the king. And in the future, I might have an attack. Black goes for a queen trade. Black is doing what you're supposed to do when you're restricted. You're supposed to try to trade queens and try to trade pieces. The more pieces you trade, the better. Let me tell you something. You get some sort of endgame, which is like Okay, just bear with me. Rook c8, obviously that's not what's going to happen. Black plays like g6, take. Okay, look at the eval. The eval is dead 0. Whereas in this position, the eval is 0.7. Not all trades are the same. For example, bishop b7, bishop takes, knight takes. White is still better here because white can get the rook, white can get like this, right? If white just plays a couple of lazy moves and black gets some activity, right, like e3 and so on, suddenly knight c5 and black is totally okay. Chess literally is a knife's edge. You have 1 to 2 moves to prove your advantage, just like in your favorite sport. It comes down to a couple of shots. All right? In football, it comes down to a couple of runs down the pitch, a couple of crosses, maybe a penalty goes off the crossbar, maybe there's a corner kick that goes wide. Not the corner kick, but the shot off the corner kick, right? Like, so white has a limited amount of time. Rook c7, active rook on the 7th rank. Black plays b5, looking to make a trade. The less pieces that exist, the better it's going to be for black. Super instructive move now. Bishop to g to h5. What you are trying to do is play where you are stronger. Black goes here, you are inducing a weakness. Now black's pawns here are held together by the f7 pawn, which might fall. Bishop g4, another threat. Do you know what the threat is? The threat is a tactic. The threat is knight f7, rook f7, bishop e6. Winning 2 pawns and pinning the rook to the king while these pieces are stuck on this side of the board. So now black has to play another pawn move. And by making black push 2 pawns, Torch just dips to the exact same position. A moment ago, this was the position. Now look at the position a couple of moves later. It looks like black made 2 more moves. But those moves benefit Torch. Takes, a pawn has fallen near the black king, and now, several moves ago, Torch began operations here, g4. Same side play. Do you know what the idea is? The idea is not to open. Let's say black just plays bishop b5. The idea, my friends, is potentially something like this to get a pass pawn. Maybe even h5. I'm not saying this is the best move. There is bishop to e8 in this position. But look at, you could literally get mated. You could get mated because of the way your king is open. King safety is everything. g4, take, rook d6, re-centralizing. It's completely even material. This is why this game is so fascinating and so instructive. It's 4 pieces, 4 pawns each, and 3 pieces each. But look at how effortlessly, rook a7, rook on the 7th rank, patrolling every square and all of these pieces. Knight f4, e3, knight d3. I told you, is it worth trading? Well, now this rook is overloaded. And there's a very nice tactic here. Rook takes a6. You may wonder, why did Ethereal even do that, right? Like, why didn't Ethereal just go back to f6? Then white would have went bishop f3. And let's say black just repeated moves. King h2, king g3. These pawns are stuck. If black plays rook b6 trying to win this pawn, white's not in any danger whatsoever. Like, rook takes b2, rook takes a6. So white would just slowly white might even walk the king. Bishop, I think white could straight up just play king g4. I mean, I guess there's knight f6 check. But then you would start hunting off these pawns. Black might play like rook b4, knight a5, right? So you're just losing the pawns. Knight f4, knight d3, and now look at this. Nice little tactic. 2 pieces versus the rook win 8 times out of 10. The only time they don't is if you allow pass pawns. If you allow this pawn to be taken, and then a3. For example, rook b6 in this position. King g2, there could be a tactic, it doesn't exist, but there could be a tactic in some positions where rook takes b2 is possible. And this pawn sneaks in, because it's either queening or taking and queening, and you can't stop both. So there is a world in which white can save this position by sacrificing the bishop, checking, and coming back to stop the pawn. And then, as the king comes in, you play e4. e4, king b2, e5, king takes, e6, king b2, e7. And you queen when they queen.
Oh, interesting.
But my point is, if you don't blunder that, watch the way Torch does this. Torch walks its king to the center. Then it brings its bishop back to win the pawn. All Torch needs is a pawn trade. 1 pawn trade. Just 1. It needs 1 pawn to go up the board. It just needs 1 pawn. Its pawn now is going to march in coordination with the king and the knight and the bishop. And the only thing that needs to be prevented is the loss of this pawn. If that pawn falls, black is going to win. For example, rook b4, like something like this. I mean, this is a very bad situation for white. It's only losable because the pawn will get to a3, at which point, I mean, it's a nightmare to defend it. So knight takes f4, king f5, check, h5. We do that to create a blockade. Everything is guarding everything else. The knight comes back to d3, bishop d1, defending the pawn and kicking out the king, and there goes white's e-pawn. White's e-pawn is now 4 squares away from queening, and everything that black is going to do has to do with this pawn. This knight is defending that pawn, which is stopping both of these pawns from coming forward. Rook c7, the pawn is now 3 squares away from queening, but black still has a good grasp. So how is white going to win this? Bishop d5. Bishop c6, trying to sneak around back, and now, rather than repeating the position like, let's say, rook c4,
our brain is brilliant.
Oh, I hate this. I hate every ad.
It can create an idea and make it bigger.
So weird.
white would have gone here, kicking out the
So
king,
very.
king would come forward,
like
and then e6 would be next.
this
Let's say
stupid trend
rook
of the
h4,
dude.
e6, king f6, knight f4, knight g6, or knight d5, and then e7, and these pawns just never made it. By the time you go here, it's too late. I'm queening. Bishop c6, black tries to sacrifice the pawn and stop like this, king e3, bishop b5, bishop a6, you're trying to sneak around back. Knight f4, controlling and shielding the king, allowing the king to come forward, king e4, bishop c4, the pawn's going to go to e6, there it is, 2 squares, look how effortless this is. It's so amazing how well coordinated white's pieces were. King f3, now you just got to give a check, there it is. Pawn's going to come, you don't even have to push it yet. You don't have to push it yet. Bishop d5, it's going to happen. Maybe you're not even going to push it at all. Bishop b5. Now you may wonder why e7 is not happening. It's I don't know. The computer evaluates this move as better. Maybe e7 will never happen. Maybe Torch forgot it has a pawn. There it is. Torch did this the perfect way. It blocked black's king from even touching the pawn, and the rook is not on the back rank. So the rook cannot get to the back rank at all. The rook is trapped. Everywhere it would go, it would get taken. Now white is going to queen. Rook takes. It gets closer, but unfortunately it is too little too late. I wish it would have promoted to something else here. But an absolutely flawless technique by Torch to win this game. And what made this so impressive is normally these bots are playing like ridiculous refuted openings against each other and, you know, trying to survive. This was just a Catalan position. If any of you want a new opening, play d4, c4, and play g3, bishop g2,
That
knight
was
f3.
already the whole video.
Annoying.
Okay. Undefined map. What is the problem here? Use the instacurrent_nest.map. Oh, because no, that's not the reason. Instacurrent .nest undefined. Why? We do not. That is weird. Because Insta current nest undefined map is, why is it undefined? Why is it undefined? I mean, I typed undefined, right? Undefined, is it why? No, that's Yoda talk. That is Yoda talk. Let's the problem here is, I guess no problem, no. Okay, now it has the tab, and we have to turn this into a DMP. So the header one here. And active should also not be an array, I guess. There can only be one DMP active at a time. Yeah. And it should have, should belong to, I mean, it can belong to multiple domains and or models. Yeah, I will continue. I need to go to bed. When I wake up again, I will continue. I'm still feeling under the weather. Okay. See you later, everyone.